What up, what up, what up, baby? It's Monday Motivation. You know what time it is. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm coming at you live. I'm coming at you raw. We don't have any professional lighting, no background elevator music. My man Jay Nix isn't here. It's just me. It's you. Just hopped out of the shower. I got to get you going this morning, but I got to be honest. I got a bone to pick with you this morning. Got a bone to pick. You see this right here? It's what we call a wedding ring. You see, in this country, I think we've forgotten the word commitment and what it means. I think we've forgotten what it means to be faithful to our spouses, right? I feel like we have taken marriage and we've just trashed it and disposed it and haven't even really embraced what it means to be fully devoted to someone to death do us part. It doesn't matter anymore if you're a guy and you see a young woman with a ring on her finger. Doesn't matter. You're still going to spit your game. Doesn't matter if you're a female and you see a guy and you see he's got a ring on his finger. It's almost like we've lost the sense of respect for what this ring represents. And I'm just here to call you out today. All right. Sometimes as a coach, I got to get in your grill. I got to shake you a little bit. I got to get in your face and I got to let you know that what we've been doing is wrong. And that's the bottom line. It comes down to what's right and what's wrong. And if you're married and you have a flirtatious relationship with another man or another woman and you're flirting outside of your marriage, it's wrong. Bottom line. We can justify it all we want. We can make it sound good and sound right in our head, and we can surround ourselves with homeboys and homegirls that's speaking this stuff into us. Yeah, you deserve this. You don't deserve what you have at home. Go do you. Go get whatever you want. Listen, we can have people around us speaking this into us, affirming our decisions. But at the end of the day, you got to call a spade a spade. And what's right is right. And what's wrong is wrong. And if you are married and you have children, oh my goodness, man, this is what breaks my heart. If you're married and you have kids, like it's one thing just to be married and to be running around. I mean, come on. But to be married, running around and have kids, like you want to raise your babies up in that? For real? Like you want your sons and your daughters to grow up thinking that it's okay. Man, marriage is just, it's just a day that we spend a bunch of money on and we take nice pictures and we hang them up on the wall. But after that, man, it's fair game. If I'm not getting what I want in the bedroom, I'm going to go get it somewhere else. Or if he's not meeting my emotional need, I'm going to get it somewhere else. Listen, it's got to stop. For real. Like it's just got to stop. You got to hold you accountable. Look yourself in the mirror and say, it starts with me. I'm wrong. That's the number one thing you got to do. You got to stop. Cut off the social media flirting with whoever. Cut it off. Cut off with flirting with the girl at work. Cut it off. If you're in an affair right now, cut it off. You got to. For the sake of you, for the sake of your marriage, for the sake of the younger generation and your babies. Cut it off. Number two, you got to confess, man. You got to come to your spouse and you have to get on your knees and you beg for forgiveness and you beg for restoration and you beg to get things right. You stop, you confess, and then you change. Whatever it takes, that's your mentality. Whatever it takes to change. You get into a church, you find you a pastor, you find you a counselor, you find you a group of men or a group of women to hold you accountable, but at all cost, you do what you have to do to salvage and spare your marriage. Listen, America, we cannot forget the purpose and the symbol of what this ring represents. Unending, unconditional love. Love that's not based on whether or not you perform or meet my expectations or meet my needs. No, when I stand before God and I say I'm going to love you till death do us part, it's a commitment. It's a covenant. I'm making a promise before God and witnesses that I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. We got to get back to that. I got to be real with you. I'm your Monday motivator. Sometimes it ain't always easy, but we got to do what's right, because in the end, God will always honor what is right. Love you guys. Go get it today. Stop it, confess it, change it. In Jesus' name, I'll see you next week. I'm out.